Is it working? Yeah. It is. Wonderful. Okay, cool. Great. Okay. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. How are you today? Does my button work today? No. Why? This is sad. Why it's not working? Okay, won't drop the banana, but definitely we'll be dropping. So today we changed teams, as you can see. We're rocking. Oh, and I still have that problem with my light. Oh yeah, because I need to put it at maximum, like this. Who landed? I landed. I still have issue with the lights. I need to fix that. Maybe if I put it. Yeah. So plenty of. So Jeff hat stand landed. Undefined process landed. Look like we're getting started. Awesome. So you know what? You know what it means? It means we're ready to get started. And I still have my light issue here. I have no idea. So why? I need to fix that. It's annoying me. But let's get started. That button doesn't work either. Everything is broken or what? They're supposed to have an animation. What? What? Oh, we're having trouble with the tech today. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Welcome to the stream. Hello, welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It's the morning for me, and it was early morning today. I was presenting. It was still night. I was presenting at 5 a.m. For Singapore, though for them it was the night, so it was a very interesting event. Talk about AI and C# and the project we build on the stream. So I was sharing that, and I wanna talk a little bit more about what happened on this week, Wednesday, when we stream. So yeah, Jeff, thank you for that. Let's go here. Come on, why it's not working? It's weird sometime. Okay, so here, and let's open Visual Studio. I'm not sure I have the latest version though, so let's go into the latest version because I want to show you something. I want to explain something. So I found it yesterday. My computer is slow today. So let's go like this. Voila. So we're working on NoteBookmark on Wednesday, and even though NoteBookmark, it's an open source project that are used to aggregate reading notes and take notes and kind of like it's not aggregate, like it's aggregating notes to publish a blog post, and like on each blog post you read or something like that, you can add notes and stuff like that. And it's leveraging Aspire. And what we are working on this one is, instead of like having us to search for a blog post, we want to use AI, so AI can search the web for us and make post suggestions. When we like them, we'll be able to add it to our to read list, and then like that's the standard flow as we work. So that research right now, we're doing it kind of like, okay, do it now. Eventually we'll get it so like it runs on a job, so like daily or whatever. So we want, while we're not waiting, but right now we are waiting. Baby steps. And so it could take 2 minutes, something like that, but definitely more than 30 seconds. So this is a Aspire solution, and in Aspire, here, like I'm having my where is it? The research service here. Oh, I'm hiding it. Frank, you're in the way. Let's go in the corner like this. Let's make it bigger so you can see. That's huge. Should be better this way. We don't need that. So here, like this is when I'm adding my research service. And what I was doing, it was just like this, say, in fact, this one is useless, I notice. So here what I notice is, even though we were putting timestamp 5 minutes, and 5 minutes is way too long, but we were like kind of like, we started with like 2 minutes and then like 5, because we were timing out for 30 seconds. So if we go in the research service, that's my class. I was receiving the client since, dependency injection. I added the service and say, hey, when you have a service and it's asking for a client, pass the client and like initialize it with 5 minutes timeout, because I know it will take a lot of time. So we looked, timeout was 5 minutes. Scrolling down, we looked, having like a breakpoint just before doing that call. Timeout was 5 minutes. But we were always getting out with an exception, timeout 30 seconds. So I was like, why? Like, I use the same code in many different other example, and like, why here it's not working? The difference is Aspire. So look into Aspire, and then I found that there's best practices, or the service default is implementing things. So here I try to put a standard resilient handler, because this is great. Aspire does that for us, and it's great. Like there's retry policies and timeout, so like your full solution work well. I tried to change it here, and I know like I saw a bunch of like people saying that also on GitHub, so I know like I'm not the only one having that problem, and I don't know yet what's the best solution. But what I did, hello Mr. Bucheros, hello Mr. Stowey, how are you? Were you there on Wednesday when I was having trouble with the timeout issue? I figured it out yesterday. So anyway, so I found out that I'm not the only one having that problem, but I'm not sure of like the most eloquent, like I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I feel I should be able to do it here in my Blazor application when I say I'm adding a resilient handler here. But if you do that, it's still ignore. So what I did is, if we look to our solution, come on, boom. So our solution, we have all those things here, the app host, the Blazor app, and we have the service default. In the service default, there's only one class, and it's extension. So what I did is, in the add standard resilience ender, I specify the option, and I said, okay, whoops. I said, you know what? Let's create a timeout. And I did the variable like this because it says that the timeout could be, for us, like 5 minutes, but the circuit breaker needs to be the double. So I thought it was just like easier to do this way instead of like having 5 and then 10 and like, you know. But yeah, so if I do this, now it's working because it's overriding everything. But I feel we should have some kind of like notice, warning, message, clarity about like the fact that this is taking over what's written in my class. Maybe it's fixed at .NET 10 in the latest Aspire, maybe, probably, I don't know. I'm still running .NET 10 here and not the latest Aspire. And I won't update today because I wanted to make progress on other stuff. I don't want to battle the versioning in case something happened. I've been very unlucky recently with mostly my computer, my laptop. So I don't want to upgrade yet. I will do that probably offline and show you after. But yeah, no problem, Stony. Oh, that's cool that you're waking up, finally waking up. Yeah, me, I've been awake for a long time. It's been, is it 5 hours already? Oh my God. And it's 9 a.m. I woke up at 3:45 this morning. It was early. Oof. But anyway, so yeah, so that was the thing. I fixed it, so now it's working. Yay, very happy about it. And today the plan is not necessarily to, well, we'll be working indirectly to this, but one thing I want to change is I've been copying a bunch of classes from project to project when I'm working with Reka's API. So I thought, you know what, let's, instead of having that, let's make it in a project, transform that project in a NuGet package. Let's call that Reka SDK .NET because there's a Python one too. And yeah, so I want to do that today. That's what I want to do. I'm not sure yet how I want to do that. Like I did create, if I go here, I did create a project. I created in, that's super tiny. I did create it in Reka. Follow the pattern. There was, like I said, there was already like a Reka SDK Python. So I created a Reka SDK .NET. I forked it. So now we have it. There's nothing. And I guess we'll have it published to NuGet somehow. It's been a while since I did that. So I think before, so what we could do here is because in the AI service here, like I have all those classes, and those classes, they're like, message is not proper to my solution. There's some stuff that are to my solution, so I think I will still have the AI service doing the call and stuff like that, but all the naming class, that should be part of a SDK. So I think we'll be working on that, but I'm not sure, should I just like create a new project here so it's easy to kind of like move files around and try it quickly, and when we have something stable, move the project in that other folder that I clone locally, but it's empty, and like start from there. I think that will be the best. What do you think? I don't know. How do I, you know, or should I start a new project right away? I feel like if I'm doing like a project, I will always be switching between different Visual Studio Code, and I don't want that. So I think I will start with like a project inside the same folder and stuff, just to keep it simple. I think I will do that. Yeah, let's do that. So let's open a terminal. Nope. It's like this. Too many different computer, too many different. Go small. Although, did I install it on this computer? I did. No, I didn't. Maybe I should show you that. I was happy I did with shell script, so now I can call AI just by using question mark. So you do question mark and you ask your question. Obviously you should avoid this. Maybe I should do like a replace to escape if there's like character like that. But you just do that, and it will then call, like, you know, using a alias to call a script, and you're talking to a LLM. And then if you do a question mark, then it will search the web for you. But I didn't install it yet on this computer. But I'm getting this is not what I should be working on. Your colors are normal now, at least. Yes, well, I found out that if I do this, like this, that's by design of the team. It kind of like, you see through my background, and before my background was very bright. So that's why. So now I can make it not transparent. See the difference like this? And I could also, right now you see like, we're not using the entire screen. We see that little border, and I can remove the border just by that. And by doing so, it also cut the transparency. Yeah, and how did I learn that? Well, by doing this and just checking on the key binding. No, I search and found in the doc and stuff, and I was like, wow. But still, in now I'm using OBS. When I'm using Meld, I don't know how to pronounce correctly that app. I feel like the contrast are not the best, but I can tweak it in the tools, just like applying contrast. Just like right now I'm using my Fuji camera, and when I'm on, although I should change it, because now, so my Fuji wasn't, the driver, whatever, wasn't supported with my Mac, so I'm using a different camera, and with like the bright spot and everything, I was also very white, washed. And so on this one have like, I can change because I have a filter. But on that little one, it's really kind of just like a webcam. It's a smart one, but like I cannot do much. I did this morning, I was using the webcam, and I tried to adjust the darkness. But yeah, but I think now it's supported, so I should try it, because I prefer that one where I have like it's a manual camera, so like I can change the lens, I have filters, I could do whatever. The other one is, it's tiny. It's nice because it's tiny, but then you're limited. Anyway, so here I want to do it's create a new project. So let's go in the solution, in the source repo. Let's go here. So now we are with all the others. So we want to do a new solution. I'm guessing, how do you call the, you know what? Is it, it's not list? It's list, but it's not, how's it supposed, is it just library? How do you call the class lib? That's SDK, that's a class lib, right? That's what I want anyway. Yeah. So we want to do a .NET new class lib, and then we'll call it, do we want uppercase, lowercase? I think I prefer when there's no capitalization, but then it will look weird, I think. It will be Reka SDK .NET. Should I put a capital N? It's .NET, it's like this, right? I feel like it doesn't need to have the .NET. And the repo maybe, but not the project. I think that make more sense. Reka SDK. Yeah, I think I will do that. And we'll make it so it go, so that's the output. And the name of the project will also be Reka SDK. Yeah. And of course I did a typo. Cool. Did you find your issue with the shadow, Stony? I should do let's do a shout out to Stony Eagle. No, oh no. So Stony is a great streamer, stream multiple times a week, working on, how do you call it again? My shout out are No Mercy TV, yeah, exactly. Kind of a Plex, so he built his own stuff. Honestly, it looked amazing. And yesterday, I don't know why he was complaining about some shadow effect, whatever, but it was working on a screensaver, and it was just like layering images and title and logo and stuff. And to my eyes, it looks amazing, but like he was complaining about stuff. But that's why his stuff looks so great, because like he's so into the details. But anyway, and if you go on his channel and he's doing a shout, apparently they are way better. I forgot how you do your shout out. Next time, I will request one. Oh my God, okay. I landed today. If I do scores. Oh, was the game started already? I'm not sure. I think yes. It was just the beginning. I was just testing an island. Yeah, F show 68. On the first try, I landed. I was testing if CB was there. Yeah, okay, so we have our new class, our new project. So now we need to add it. It should be part, yeah, it's part of it here already. Reka SDK. So now we want to add it to our solution. So if we look here, we don't have the solution. The solution is up one level. Yeah. So what we want to do is .NET and then SLN and then add and then go Reka, come on, no, Reka dot SDK slash Reka dash SDK whoop SDK dot CS proj. Am I doing it correctly? I'm not sure. Couldn't execute because the specified command or file wasn't found. Oh, okay, maybe I did something wrong. Is it .NET SLN? Oh, SLN, not SNL. Couldn't find the project. Interesting. Yeah, because it need to be SRC also. SRC. Cool. I was no. Okay. So I don't want that. Earlier today, I was thinking it was cold in the house. Here it's winter and we are in the sub-zero, the like freezing temperature outside, and maybe the humidity or something like that. I was just like, ah, it's cold. So I bump up the temperature, and I think right now it's kind of like catching up. So just kind of blowing hair, hot hair, and I was just like, it's way too hot now. So let me just try to low it a little bit. It doesn't work. No, I want to go here, and I just go like, just, you know, chill a little bit. Okay. Oh well, if I don't give you a shout out, just don't think. Oh really? Oh no, don't do that, because sometimes like I'm happy to go on streams and just like, you know, just be a regular guy. Okay, so now we have our solution open. At least now I'm not at Microsoft anymore, but I felt bad when those was happening and I was working at Microsoft. I felt like, okay, like big names are coming in. Not that I was famous, but I was working for Microsoft, and I was like, no, I just want to be frank. I just want to be here and chill and be goofy and ask questions and have fun and like, you know. So no, don't make it the automation. Or maybe you should, and then like people could say, hey, please, I don't want to be shout out. I deserve a shout out. if you say so. Okay. So now let's move some file. So choices, content item, message, reasoning step, tool call, usage. Those are all for sure part of the SDK here. So now, my only concern is for some of those classes, I'm wondering, because some class, I wonder how I will structure it. I think I won't structure too much. Like I think Reka response, that makes sense. Reka message, I think too. Reka response too. So see, Reka response, and I have Reka chat response also, I think. Like those are specific to like the chat or like the vision API or the research API, but the others are used in different. So I'm not sure what structure should I use. You understand what I mean? Not sure if I should have like chat and then like having chat response, but then like if choice is available in Reka chat and in Reka research, where should it go? In shared? That's bad. Should it? I think I will. So, you know, not sure how to put it. So I think this, most of it. This. Those are all also. So now I need to change this domain. I'm not sure. Should it be like domain? Should it be, or just Reka SDK? And all of them are in Reka SDK. I think at least they should all be part of that, so we can change that for sure. See, chat response, I wonder, should it be like Reka SDK chat? But if it's chat response, I guess it's good. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I was happy with them all in one domain before, namespace, I mean. So we'll keep them like that. It's open source, so we can change it after though, like, yeah, maybe no. No, so the research service, that was my stuff. Okay, response item. Tool call. usage. Why do I always overcomplicate things when I already have made a solution for something? When the screensaver hides, it needs to restore the notification bar so it's to his original color. All kind of hacky things. Yeah, because you want it to be so much. Well, honestly, it look amazing, like so good. It looks so good. I was thinking about you. I'm working on another project, like a TUI. Do you know what a TUI is? TUI. I was working on a TUI and I was thinking about you. Let me know if you know what a TUI is, and then I will share more about the project. Rings a bell. So a TUI is a terminal user interface. And one of, in fact, I could go, let's say here and just do this. No, this. So this is a TUI. It's Docker, lazy Docker. So you could explore Docker and like you explore this. So I build this, but for Reka, analyzing video file. So I'm working on that. So like at the beginning, so like the first sorry, block is your status, so if you're connected or not, because we're using a service. And then after that, you will have the list of video contained in your library. When you highlight one, then here in that big display, I'm showing the description of that. And then you can ask question about that specific video, and at the so in the box under you have your queries, your research you did, or your questions, and did like that. So I thought that was cool. So I'm working on that, and it's in Go. So I'm heavily using AI to learn. But now that it's working, and I was working to deploy it, and I successfully did it. So now you could do brew install and install the solution. So now that I have that full cycle, I should try out also if it works with the Debian, because I want to package it to be easy to install on Mac, Linux, with a deb package or Arch Linux stuff. So with Yay. So apt, Yay, and brew. That's the three things I wanted. So now that I have it, I'll be able to add more stuff. But yeah, pretty cool. So I thought cute. TUI was nice. Oh, did you do something and I even saw it pass? Thank you. Ah, excellent. Well, thank you. We're waiting, I forgot. Oh, maybe he's having an interview. That other mod. Okay, so now that we move everything inside this project, we definitely want to change a lot of things. Because now there's a lot of stuff that will complain that, I don't know what those classes are. So, I go here it says, hey, I don't know that class. I'm like, yeah, you know it. You're just not looking at the good place. So right now, because I was in the same, so right now I need to say, no, you're using Reka .sdk. wait. No, the response is still... Yeah, the response is there, but I never compile it, maybe. Oh, I need to make the reference. Right? Yeah. I was like, why can I not open the project? Because, Frank, you're not in the project, you are in the source file. So I want to do this, and it will be Reka. Come on. And it was dash SDK. Yeah. Why you're not finding it? Did I? Reka chat response. Reka chat response. Should it be just Reka? I don't understand the message. Namespace Reka. If I do this, will it be better? Oh yeah. Oh, Frank, come on. I had it in Blazor, but that's not where I needed to go. I need it here. Why I don't have IntelliSense when I need it the most? Yeah, I feel it should work, but it's complaining again. So it didn't like my my little change here, because I removed the
Hi.
Hey GT, oh man, look like you will be landing. Yeah, I think you will be landing. First try. Your luck is back. Awesome. Yay. Well, I hope you stay a bit longer. Is nested under this. Whoops. Ah. No. Cool. Bang! Just like that. Okay, well, thank you. You're so nice. Thank you, thank you. I'm wearing my Get Kraken Ambassador t-shirt today. I was wearing like a Reka t-shirt earlier, and maybe I should have kept it because we're working on a Reka SDK. But I thought it was enough of like, I don't want this stream to be like a cell stream. Okay, so now complaining, but now I should know, yeah, use this. Yay, and this one, would I click on that one? Summary service, research service, voila. Cool. So now if we do it again, we shouldn't have any errors. I found what was not working on last stream, GT, about the connection was always getting timeout at 30 seconds, even if we were setting it to 5 minutes. It's an override by Aspire. And I'm not the only one having that trouble. There's a way to fix it, and I fixed it. The way to fix it is you go into your in your extension, like in the service default, and you have a class normally that just say HTTP add standard resilient handler. Like this. So what I did is I pass option and I put like a timeout of 5 minutes, and by default if you just put the timeout 5 minutes, then you will get an error say, hey, like the circuit breakout needs to be the double. So I just put the double, and I saw someone in the GitHub repository who was like suggesting to do it there, because initially I was doing it in Blazor and I was still getting the error. So that I'm not sure why. I feel like it should be working, because you should have some granularity. But anyway, so now it works. In the future, I would like to specify, so I'm not sure, will it be here that I specify, hey, it's for the research service only? Or in Blazor app, when I do my dependency injection, add it here, but when I did try to do it here, it was not working, so I'm not sure why. So I need to make a little bit more research. Otherwise, I will open an issue on GitHub, or like reach out to some friends. Say, hey, why that's... Take my best English and say, why that not working? Sorry, I'm tired a little bit. Woke up early today. And by the way, we also changed team, so we are in winter now. I dropped the I dropped the team autumn for winter, and it's snowing, and I have snow, so I felt it was more appropriate. Okay, so now we have that. Code by mistake landed with a 73. Good. And Jeff Sats 10 again with the score of 23. Surly Dev, who's not even here, is landing. Pretty good. So, okay, so now we have our SDK. Should we structure that, or it's good all in one? Am I overthinking it? I'm here now. Start over. Yep. Hello, sir, how are you? I thought maybe you were having like an interview this morning. Well, like this afternoon for you, but this morning for me. Last weekend, I changed my machine. So, you know, I remember I said I changed like a graphic card on my machine, and I changed a PCI card from a different slot because, you know, I was having trouble with that. So it was because I put a new graphic card in my tower, and it was taking space over the PCI card where my USB card was. So my camera was not working anymore for some reason. I don't know why. And I think I figured it out that, what was it again? I think when I did all that, somewhere in the network, the web of all those cables, something got loose a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, but that graphic card takes a lot of power. So temporarily I use two cables to merge, and you have like a Y cable that come with the card, so you could use it that way. But they say, oh, it shouldn't be like from the same in, it should be two plug in your power supply. And it wasn't for me. So it was like, okay, like just for a week I order a new power supply, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so bad with hardware, but I did it. So last weekend I was like, okay, let's change the power supply. And I consider myself like a F1 driver, not a mechanic. And that it's totally mechanic. Like it's opening the hood. I'm so bad at that. Anyway, so remove the power supply. That was kind of easy. I check a video first to like, you know, just make sure, like, don't forget to do blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, cool. I put the new power supply. That was easy. And then fit the cable, like it was all labeled, so it was easy to put. And I was happy there was a special cable, so I could even avoid having like the Y and just like having that super cable. So I go and like have one. So I was like, perfect. But so I was like super happy, and I get back in my office, plug the computer, turn it on, nothing. Not even just the fan trying, just nothing. And I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. So try to look on my laptop, the thing you're looking at, the Omarchi. Omarchi, right now there's an issue where when you hibernate or sleep or something like that, it doesn't recover well. So and you have a screen that say, hey, do this command. But I was in a rush and I didn't read it, so I just tried to reboot. So I kind of lost that status, so it wouldn't boot. So I had, in 15 minutes, I scrapped 2 computer. And I was like, oh no, come on. So I couldn't Google like what's the how to how to investigate, troubleshoot like a power supply issue. So then I was on my phone, I found a tablet and I was trying to do that, but it's not the same. And then I found out that you're better changing all the cables when you're changing your power supply. So after I changed all my cables, the computer was turning on again. I was like, yeah, perfect. But that was only part of the job that I planned for that weekend that I thought will be like 30 minutes. The other part was I had like an old drive, the one that spin like in the metal box, that was starting to not work great. So I decided, you know what, let's buy a new SSD and let's make it bigger also. And so I will be able to move stuff around and things like that. So I plugged that in. It was kind of easy, just like plug it out, plugging in. And then the computer was turning on, but failing to boot. Just say, hey, I don't see your device. Put a bootable device. And I was like, oh no, like maybe when I plug the cable, I changed the order of the SATA, or I don't know. It shouldn't be, I don't know. I don't understand what was the problem. I don't think I changed, because I changed the power cables, not the SATA cables, right? So I don't think I changed anything related to like the SATA order, but for some reason, it didn't like it. So after I don't know how many times it worked, so my computer is working. But this morning I tried to run the intro and it wasn't working, and I thought, oh, you know what, like that file was on that drive that I changed. Even if I put the same letter, maybe there's like a broken link somewhere like that. So I will probably have to like reset my config in my Stream Deck. Maybe that's why. And for the laptop, I was really close to just install something else because it's my dev machine. I really like the UI of Omarchi with like, it's a better experience on one screen. I feel right now when I have multiple screen, and maybe because my 2 screen are on top of each other, the changing workspace is not great. It's a little bit weird. So I feel like if I had maybe the screen side by side, it will make more sense. Or just like when I'm just one screen, just on my laptop, it's wonderful. I love it. Like it's super quick and stuff like that. But I was having trouble with .NET last week, like not being there and stuff like that. Now I discovered that. But I want to really go deep into it and make sure I understand it. I will probably write a blog post about it, where if you're using Omarchi to install, so the way you usually install stuff is just by doing the installer like this, and you could just go install, and you go development, and then you go, hey, I want .NET, and you go like this. If you do this, it will install the latest .NET. So it's super fast, it's easy, right? Just go, hey, I want the latest .NET. And if you want, so when it was .NET 9, it worked. When it's .NET 10, it worked. It's using Mies, and Mies is really creating some isolation between those two, but the tools, the .NET tools, are not part of .NET, so like they are in a different place, different version, and that's why also I was having trouble with Rider. So I was like, oh, so I didn't use that to install .NET. I still have like it's still not perfect, I think. So that's why I didn't install .NET 10 yet, because I was like, today I want to work. I don't want to fight bugs. I just want to work. So we're still on .NET 9, but I saw also that initially I thought we'll be using Pacman. That's the package manager, Pacman, on Arch. But the .NET SDK 10 was not there yet. But on Yay, who's kind of like the installer, but more for the community. I'm not sure exactly the difference between those two, but they are both package manager. But Yay is a bit more like wide. It was there, so I think I could use it. Waka waka waka. I'm lucky that I didn't fry my computer. Stony, you're saying? I did change my cable at the end. I changed all the cable from the new power supply. And I still have empty room if I want to plug more, so the new power supply is very powerful. Yeah. I didn't know that. It's not written everywhere. You must change the cable. I was like, well, I have cables. The plug fits, so like should work, right? But yeah. So I didn't fry anything. I told you I'm really bad. I'm better with code than hardware. Okay. That was my parentheses. I'll go back behind the... Okay. So now we have a library, a NuGet package, a SDK, .NET SDK, and I think I will keep it in L1. Well, maybe now that we have a little bit more dev .NET people, so GT and Sardi Dev and Stony, should I create a structure in the file? Let's say, because you know at Reka we have different SDKs, or should I just all in one pot is good enough? I mean, I can change it. I could do like SDK version 1 and version 2. You build your PC. I did that long time ago and I hate it. So when I was a grown-up, this PC, I went to like a company around here and say, you know what, I want a new PC. This is my old one. Take the piece that makes sense to bring it into the other one. And then we kind of like, he told me like a bunch of pieces and I didn't want to understand all of it. It was like, okay, say, what do you do? I said, well, I'll do this. I game once at a time. Like I do video editing. So, okay, then you need a good graphic card. So, okay, cool, but I don't go top. Hey, Game Lord. Hello. Welcome aboard. And I think it cost me like $80 to like have my tower built and like make sure everything was the fits together and stuff like that. And I was like, that's perfect. And every time I was having trouble, I upgraded during pandemic. I called them, say, hey, I want to change this piece. What should I do and stuff like that. They really helped me all the time. But that shop closed. So now I have nothing. I went to the Geek Squad, and one guy was like, well, you know, because I wasn't sure, should I buy a new graphic card or or do I need like a new motherboard? Like, you know, if I can fix a few of my problem with a new graphic card, I would love that. But I don't want to change everything. But I don't want to buy a new graphic card if the rest of the PC doesn't follow, right? So I was just kind of like, what should I go? So I like, then he said, oh, run some benchmark, and if you see like your CPU going crazy and not your graphic card, then you're done. If you see like the CPU being low and like, you know, it was just like telling me, so I was, okay, let's try that. And I was seeing a difference. So I say, so, okay, cool, then you could go with a better graphic card. So I went with a better graphic card. And now I test a few video games, it works well. Now I need to try some AI, because I was also part of like why I wanted that. I wanted to play with local AI and have response. Cool. I think just having it like a big pot of classes is good enough. I just want people, you know, so you don't have to, like, it's not complex classes. I just thought it would be easier if like you just add a NuGet package and you have all the classes. So you don't have to create them. Cool. And like I said, I'm not like, I don't think when I publish the first version, it will be like thousands of people waiting for it. Well, if it is, it will be a nice problem. But then like people can make suggestion. It will be open source. So yeah. So now in AI service, now we just have the two service. Isn't it beautiful? So I think now, since we have that here, what I can do is close that Visual Studio, copy that project into the other folder, and now really make it so we are step 2 could be I'm running it from that other folder, though I won't change a thing. And then like working forward, having like a NuGet package. And here I feel like I'm missing some classes that I could add also. So by exporting it into the other, we'll be able to do that, because for the Vision API I also have some classes that we could add. Because here it's just the research and the vision, but I also have the speech. Those speech, yeah, maybe I could have some classes. I need to build a demo with speech. Yeah, so let's close that. Let's move that project into our new repo. And I have no idea how to make a NuGet package. I did a NuGet package a long time ago, but I don't, it's been so long. So close folder, close editor, exit. So now I do this, voila. So now we could go here, we go into the NoteBookmark, and here we'll go into the Reka SDK.NET. And do I want a source folder? I like that because it keeps usually things clean. Because then you have, like, if you have documentation and blah blah blah, like it's not mixed with the code file. So I think I will create a SRC folder, and I will bring this there. So now we can remove this. And now in here, can I open, oh, I can open it with NewVim. I think I will just do, I won't do anything for now. So we have this, that's cool. Yeah, so now if I reopen Visual Studio, if I reopen my project, it will complain. But what I want to do is add the project using the solution navigator. So I won't do any typo in the dot 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 dot. So we can remove this, remove. And now we could add a new project, an existing project. Yes. Should I do that? I feel I shouldn't. And I go here, and that's the project I want. Cool, it's back. It's a back. It's a bike and I'm Mario. So let's try to see if it compile. That was weird. I don't know where I was typing. I think it's a little bit big. Some good scores, mostly digital friends. Well, GTU landed, so you're good. So Game Lord, I don't know if you try it, but today apparently people are landing. So maybe today is your chance. Oh, we have errors. Oh yeah, because yeah, we need to fix the dependency. So we need to remove this. Okay, if I do this, so now it's fixed. I save it. Cool. So now I could just go here and do add project reference and oh, it's still in the solution. I shouldn't have it in the solution. That's fine for now. Okay. So now I should compile because I didn't change anything. I just like have like a same project super far. I'm like really doing baby steps today. I don't want. Do you think I'm scared of something? I just want tons of victories today. I'm confused. Somehow colors can magically change. Oh, you're talking about your work, man. Magic is a thing. Okay, okay, so it compiles, so that's cool. So we can Control K, F, I think. Cool. So now we could open the other project. So let's go open folder, and we'll go into here. So we have our project. Yay. So I have no idea. Maybe should I ask Copilot how to do maybe we can do that. Are we doing that? Are we using Copilot to create our NuGet package? Let's be crazy. Let's have some fun. Is it the first time since I reinstalled that I use Copilot here? Let me show that on screen. What are we looking at? The purple gradient should be brown, like the border. I'm guessing it's taking like the... Often when they pick a color, they use the first pixel in the corner, so the right or the left, and those are purplish. I'm doing it all myself. Well, you're clearly doing it wrong, sir. like I would be able to do anything. I think you're good. Okay. Oh, you know what? Before we mess around with that, I should have... Okay, let's... he added the solution. I don't think I want a solution. Do I want a solution? I don't want a solution. I don't think I want a solution. Delete. One thing I want though, it will be a git ignore. So let's first, before we start messing with the NuGet stuff, let's push a first version. Let's commit a first version. But before we need the .NET new git ignore, git ignore. Cool. So instead of like 10,000 files, we're just having 13. That's good. So we can, if I go in Reka here, git ignore, choice, content item, message, reasoning step, the project, response, this. Cool. Do that. Write me a little add initial Reka SDK structure. Perfect. And you know what? Let's push it. So I have it not just on my super stable computer. I'm sure you're good, man. Okay, so now, Mr. Copilot. Sure, here's a proposed directory structure for NuGet package. NuGet package, src, haha, love it. my package project, the class, the properties, the test. It's a no. We don't, like, it's a library. Do I need unit tests? I don't need unit tests. And then the NuGet with the package something something, and then the license and a README. But why do you want to create the workspace? I already have a workspace. Let's ask. Oh, maybe I didn't open it in a... Yeah? Oh. Wait, no. Maybe I didn't create a workspace, so I need a workspace. Did I opened the folder, right? I guess I need the README file. Okay, it was that it did use tools instruction. What? Interesting. Okay, if I do this or like this, the active document is not part of an open workspace. Oh, okay, so I don't have a workspace. The active document is not part of an open workspace. Not all language feature will be available. Okay. Create a workspace. Why don't I have a workspace? What is happening here? I don't get it. when I open a folder, I thought I was creating a workspace. So it's not? That's why I was complaining and he wanted to create a workspace. Interesting. So if I open, because if I add a folder to a workspace, okay, let's try that. If I do this and then I add Reka SDK.NET, boom. Okay, so now I have a workspace. You still remember my question? No? So I did create. That's weird. Not sure why I didn't do it before. Okay. My first initial thought will be to go on NuGet and look for like documentation over there, but let's have some fun and try that. Okay. So one, to create a NuGet package, you need to add NuGet package meta to your csproj file. Package ID, version, author, description. That's a shitload of stuff. But, well, so that's the solution. That's the project. Yeah. Yes, please. Let's be nice with it. One thing I learned earlier this week with I should have set up like a mic so I could talk to was with Mark from Code Rush. I forgot his Mark Mueller. I shouldn't care about the typo and everything when I talk with AI because it will figure it out. Okay. The AI is way nicer if you could hear a click a clack on your keyboard. Yeah. Mark Miller, Code Rush, yeah. The thing you missed, thank you for the shout out. If you don't know Code Rush, you must check his stream. I think he streamed 3 times a week, if it's not more. Awesome stream. A lot of animation. This guy knows his shit. Is like really fun to watch. Okay, so the model wants to edit sensitive file. Okay, in the project, do you want to allow this? Okay, so yeah, allow. I mean, we'll see the result, and we could official. Yeah, sure. We won't do version 1 yet, I think, though. Yeah. Okay, let's have some fun. So let's read. Perfect. I've added NuGet package metadata to your profile. Here what it include: package ID, excellent. Version, you can increment, but we'll probably decrement for first. The time we figured like some CI/CD pipeline, because obviously we want something that get published automatically. Author, F. Boucher. Yeah, company should be Reka, but we'll fix that. Description of the SDK license, assuming it's based on, okay, cool. Add some tag. It's not machine learning or LLM. Where did he put the tags? I don't see the tags. Or maybe in the README? Did he create a README? No. Tags. Added searchable tags. Am I hallucinating? I don't see the tags. So okay, I accept this. Yeah. Added searchable tag. Where is LLM in here? Oh, tags. So it's not machine learning, it's not LLM. There's vision. But though, like, yeah, let's put it, it's not there yet. Reka AI SDK.NET API vision. Research and chat, and let's wait for the speech. Whoop, 1 second, my daughter's talking to me. Oh. One second. Have a nice weekend, Game Lord. It was nice having you. Thank you for joining us this morning for the stream. Let's change the version for 0. Let's put the 1 here. Okay, official .NET SDK for Reka AI API, a powerful SDK. SDK for integrating Reka AI model into your AI API into your .NET application. That make more sense. Sorry, I'm having a bunch of give me 2 seconds, chat. I'll get back to you. I need to call my daughter. How long I've been muted? Just 2 seconds, hopefully. Am I back now? I should be back. Still muted? No. Blah, blah, blah. A few minutes? Oh, damn it. Well, that's fine. That's fine. We did it, guys. So we published the NuGet, we used it, and everything works. So we'll see you next week. I wish you all a great weekend. Hopefully you can hear me half an hour. Maybe I push a button. I need to make it a little bit more visible when those are happening. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.